Call of the Wild, Seawolf, White Fang, Iron Heel. Chances are you were required to read these classic novels in school. They were tales of courage, adventure, and politics. And many of these classics were written right here at Jack London's house in Glen Ellen, California. If this was 1910,
we might find Jack up by the cottage if we were here at the crack of dawn, getting his 1,000 words out for the day.
Welcome to Beauty Ranch, inside Jack London State Historic Park.
The history of this place is all about Beauty Ranch.
In his short lifetime, Jack London wrote more than 50 books and hundreds of short stories. Jack was a Bay Area native, a world traveler, a war correspondent, and a thrill seeker. But at heart, he was a farmer.
His goal was to create a regenerative biodynamic balance here.
Jack London was one of the first authors to earn $1 million for his writing.
Also the first writer to spend $1 million.
Matt Leffert is with the Jack London Park Partners, a nonprofit that helps manage and educate visitors.
So you're going to find a lot of odd things here at Jack London State Historic Park.
If Jack London wasn't spending his money on lavish trips or building sailboats, he was spending it on odd projects around his 1,400-acre Sonoma County farm.
Jack was notorious for not being afraid to fail. And so he really wanted to try a few things. So he wanted to breed some spineless cactus that he could feed livestock with.
To be fair, the spineless cactus was only a partial failure. The cactus did grow, but
I don't think the livestock really wanted to eat it. And then I think after a couple of generations out of breeding the spines out, they returned.
There are dozens of agriculture experimental innovations on the farm, including his eucalyptus tree forest, his vineyard, and his most prized innovation, the Pig Palace. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice in here. I mean, for a pig pen. The Pig Palace was Jack London's specially designed pig pen, a round structure that made it easy and more efficient to feed and clean up after the animals.
He was incredibly innovative.
Innovative and expensive. The pig pen got a lot of criticism because it cost Jack London $3,000 in 1915, or about $90,000 in today's money.
The San Francisco Chronicle, when they got wind of what he was building up here, mocked him, and they dubbed it the Pig Palace.
Jack didn't just build a palace for his pigs, he built one for himself. The Wolf House, as he called it, was a 15,000 square foot mansion equipped with 26 rooms, a massive library, and a built-in vacuum system. Unfortunately, Jack didn't get to enjoy it for very long.
Sadly, when it was completed in 1913, just before they were going to move in, it burned down.
The fire was determined an accident. Some oily rags caught on fire when no one was around. As for the Wolf Lodge, it would never be rebuilt because Jack's health was failing.
On his adventures in the South Pacific on the boat he built, the Snark, he got a disease called yaws.
At the time, treatment for the disease contained mercury, which likely killed Jack in November of 1916. He was just 40 years old when his ashes were spread around this rock above the ranch. It's very modest.
It is very modest, yeah.
It's just a rock.
Yeah. I think fitting of what Jack London wanted.
Jack London's memory lives on in the House of Happy Walls Museum, a home that his second wife Charmian built after his death.
Because the walls are literally lined with artifacts that Jack and Charmian collected in their travels.
Charmian was Jack's true love and partner in adventure. They were also both writers and helped other aspiring writers who often visited Glen Ellen, the town below Jack's farm.
He attracted a bohemian crowd when he was here.
Whether it's for inspiration or admiration, Jack London fans from all over the world still come to Glen Ellen and his ranch.
Of course, people come here because they fell in love with him as a writer, but I think a lot of them leave this place understanding Jack London as a rancher.
From Jack London State Historic Park in Glen Ellen, I'm John Bartel. Hope to see you on the Backroads.